Greetings, this is Superintendent A. Russell Hughes with your October monthly update. We have a busy month. It's already been a busy school year. We understand we've had some interruptions with weather and things like that, and know that we're always going to do what's best for children. And there's a lot that goes on with that, and I want you to understand that's where we start. What's best for children? I want to just tell you here, I am standing in the Freeport Aquadome at Freeport High School. We introduced this to our community, to our legislators over a year ago, where I got about $500,000 worth of appropriations. You're going to hear from Ms. Terrell after a while about the advancement, what we're doing with entrepreneurship, marrying this program, what we're doing with harvesting, what we're doing in the community. It is phenomenal, and I want you to see some of that. Well, let me tell you a few things that's going on. First of all, October 7th is Blue Up. Wear blue for World Day of Bullying Prevention. We know that we don't allow bullying in Walton County School District, and it's defined clearly in the Code of Conduct. So you got to understand that we take it serious. We want to bring attention to it. So on October 7th, we're all wearing blue. Friday, October 11th is the end of the first 9 weeks. 9 weeks into the 24-25 school year, and you can look for something coming home to us with report cards. You know that we'll be looking to make that happen, to get things to you that you can help us make sure that children are where they need to be, when they need to be there, progressing, okay? Progressing when they need to and how they need to when it comes to academic. And we are proud that we, again, are an A+ school district, 7th year in a row. Only one B school, only one C school in the entire district. We're ranked number 3 out of 67 counties. That's phenomenal, but it's because we collaborate with parents. We make sure that our teachers have exactly what they need to give the best opportunity for children when it comes to assessment, academics, cognitive instruction. We try to make it happen. You can help. Know that that report card is coming home on the 17th. On the 17th of October, and you can see how your children are doing. If you find problems, issues, challenges, needs, make sure you contact the school. They are ready, willing, and able to help you. So we look to get those report cards to you and look to hear from you if you need help. Walton County Fair, we say it every year, October 14th through October 19th in Defuniak Springs. Make sure you go there. It's a fun time for family. It's a fun time to see what our kids are doing in the fine arts area. We have groups who are singing. We have groups who are doing actual arts, things of that nature. So get to Defuniak Springs, be a part of the Walton County Fair. National Book Month. Understand this, Dr. Seuss said this: the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Thank you, Dr. Seuss. Thank you, students, for reading. I always encourage parents to make sure children are reading at least 20 minutes per night. That's right, 20 minutes per night. You will be amazed about the growth, the cognitive ability to make sure that students acquire and learn and are able to regurgitate that which they acquire and hear from you. So read with them 20 minutes a night. You'll do great things for us. That's a great part of this partnership. Make sure children are reading 20 minutes every night. National Health Education National School Bus Safety Week, October 21st, 25th. Our school buses are very important to us. We always need some drivers. We're doing really well, but we need drivers. If you're interested in driving, make sure you contact the bus barn, and they'll get you trained. We have training programs. We have programs where you can work 8 hours, drive 4 or 3, however many necessary, and then work in the school district the remainder of the hour. And I want you to know, when we talk about that, we are paying really good. My board is phenomenal with making sure that we have a strong, stable budget where we can recruit and retain both teachers, in which we didn't need one teacher when we started the year off, this year, which is phenomenal. And also, we have very competitive salaries when it comes to education support personnel. So if you're interested in driving the bus, being a teacher, being an aide, secretary, whatever it is, check our website. We love to have you. We have a phenomenal team in Walton County. My board pays well, and we're proud of that. So congratulations to our teachers and our ESPs who settled our bargaining agreements in 2 meetings. The earliest ever this September. I'm proud of that. Congratulations to all the team members. Congratulations to our families and our communities who are going to benefit economically, because we do things in epic fashion here in Walton County, to include paying those who work for us. Red Ribbon Week is October 23rd through 31st. Drug-Free America, we believe in that. We teach a lot about taking care of your bodies to our children. You've heard me speak specifically about THC and vaping. It is an epidemic in our country. And I'm asking parents, make sure you know what's coming to your house. Make sure you know what children are buying. Many of those things look like candy, look like regular packaged things for children. They are not. So you make sure you know what your children are buying. You make sure you know what's coming to your house off Amazon and different kinds of delivery systems. Make sure you know what's coming to your house. Well, Halloween, October 31st, you'll be hearing a lot of safety tips, seeing some safety tips from my office on Facebook, on the website to make sure children are staying safe. I do know our sheriff does a lot of safety tips with children as well. So we always work collaboratively to make sure children are safe. We want every child to be safe at school, safe at home, safe in our community. Also, I want you to understand that academic team tournament starts this month. We are big on our academic teams competition and competing. We went to state last year. I think we ended up ranking or placing 4th in the state, somewhere in there. Don't quote me on that, but we're glad and proud of academics that are happening in Walton County on a daily basis. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of the growth in education with your children. Thank you for supporting us. And I want you to know that your children are responding in great fashion to high standards, high expectations without excuse. They are doing well. We had over a 97% graduation rate last year, and when I became superintendent, it was 77%. So we are pressing forward. We're making sure children are coming out with diplomas, and they're coming out with career technical education opportunities and certificates that they can go and be employed right now. They can go and go into the military right now. They can go and be on a higher paying job right now because of quality education. We are so grateful. I want to say this to you. I was just called to send some people to tell some of the things that we do in schools. We have businesses that are coming to Walton County specifically because of the performance of our schools. We're proud of that. We know the number one reason people are moving to Walton County is because of the schools. So we're proud of that. Continue to press that way, and we're proud to bring that kind of service and product to our community. It's benefiting all of us. Let's stay engaged. We're pressing towards number one. Our theme this year is in the boat for the goal. I have a goal this year. Our principals have a goal this year. Our teachers and our education support staff has a goal this year. We want to be number one. We want to press forward. We're not taking excuses. We're doing all we can to make sure that our children have a great place to graduate from, and that's the Walton County School District, and we're so proud of that. Well, we know that homecomings are coming and going. We have 2 homecomings that are down now and 2 more to go. Walton High School had theirs, South Walton had theirs, and October 18th, Freeport High School will have their homecoming. It's an exciting time for the schools, the feeder pattern, and the community. Make sure you stay a part of it, you stay engaged to know exactly what's happening, and that you support your local school. We appreciate the support we have from our community. We appreciate the collaboration. We appreciate the great things that are happening. And you might ask, well, what about Paxton? Paxton has homecoming because they don't have football. They do it during basketball season, and it normally comes in January. You'll hear more about that from Paxton, and you'll hear more about that when I do my monthly update in January. Understand this, you've heard, and I'm telling you, this is kind of a secret code. Attendance matters. Attendance matters. You need to make sure your child gets to school every day to get what they need educationally, to get what they need from us health-wise, instruction, care, concern, compassion. Make sure your children come to school every day. Attendance matters. Remember that. There's something special coming about. We are proud to be here again in the Aquadome. I'm excited Ms. Terrell is here. She's going to share some information. We've done a lot of things. We have a business entrepreneurship class here that they are partnering with those who are operating the Aquadome. We're harvesting some of the tilapia now. She's going to tell you more about that. I'm standing in the middle of it. Maybe you'll see some details. When we came, these fish were probably less than 1.5 inches or maybe 1.5 inches long. They are much larger than that. And I want to invite Ms. Terrell to come in and share some of the things we're doing here. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome. Thank you for allowing us to be here. Will you just kind of tell our listening audience some things we're doing here? I don't know all the details. I know you do. And let me say this, you're doing phenomenal. I won't forget when I called you and Miss Simmons on the phone and says, I'm going to go after $500,000 so that we can get some things going here to accommodate what we do in the Bay Area, to do some great innovations. You have handled it well. And I want to say this publicly to you. thank you. You have been phenomenal. This is amazing. And I want you, if you will, please share with our listening audience some of the things we're doing.
No problem. Well, your appropriation, your vision brought in this facility, and that took about a year to bring that in. We got the fish in about February. They were about 1.5 inches. We now have the fish up to about a pound. Woo. 1.5 pounds is harvestable. Now we've got some bigger fish in there, and they're approaching 1.5 pounds already. We were thinking about December would be when we would start harvesting. We've reached out to some of our local restaurants, and they're looking at what we have. They've taken some samples. They're trying to figure out how they can incorporate it, giving us an idea of what they need. It's a new partnership both ways. We've also started selling a little bit to our staff. People can take home a tilapia, try it out. We've had a fish fry here. So we started with 849 fish. We've harvested about 180 of those through those endeavors that we were doing. And now we're learning that we need to get them a little bit bigger for our restaurant industry. So there's a chance we might do some offerings into the community to just see with some of the traditional harvest size of 1 pound, 1.5 pounds. It's more like a whole fish. If you have that endeavor. To do the fillets, we need to be closer to a 3-pounder.
Wow.
So we might have a little bit more time on our hands with the fish. And then the fish water, the fish waste, we use that for crops.
Wow.
So last year we sold $400 to $500 into the school system. Most of that was lettuce, some various herbs and things like that. And we were really successful with that. We are hoping this year we can get back on track. Part of our endeavor is the kids get to learn the real world.
Yes.
We have a few things we have to overcome that we didn't have last year. We've had an introduction of some caterpillars in here that have really taken down our lettuce supply right now. So we're trying to overcome that, and kids get real good at finding them.
Really?
We're trying to stay chemical free if we can.
Oh, wow.
So we've got a small area and bring in a class of kids, and we can find those, and the fish eat them. So we just drop right into there.
Wow.
So that's one of the things we've had to overcome. When we have storms that come through, we lose our circuit breakers. Had 102-degree temperatures in here. Fish are fine. Crops don't do so well with that. So it's part of what happens out there in the real world that the kids are learning, and how to overcome those, how to problem solve so it doesn't happen again. So it's really a great opportunity to get those critical thinking skills these kids get because of your vision.
Now listen, this is amazing. Just think about that. And that's why I brought Ms. Terrell in. Again, you've handled it well. You've educated me today. They found those things that will happen in the real world, caterpillars, things that threaten crops. They're using them. They're not throwing anything away.
Correct.
They're selling to businesses in the community. They're talking to other businesses and what we can do. What I do know is when they came to set this up, they told me there's no place like this in the southern region, I think they said, in an area. But this Aquadome is phenomenal. Our children are learning, you're talking about critical thinking. Our children are learning on the spot, on their feet, problem solving. That's what education is all about. That's what we're all about. That's what makes Epic epic. And Ms. Terrell, you are epic. Thank you for doing this. You're going to see some things. Hold on. You're going to see some things around the Aquadome that we're going to do and share with you. It's phenomenal. Thank you for this time. God bless you all. We'll see you next month.